So I've learned that if you leave dishes in the sink overnight, the world doesn't end. This is Tracy with Tracy Talks, a podcast about life, looking at life from a new perspective to gain wisdom and understanding in hopes to know yourself more. I spent my 30s being married. And one thing about being married versus being single, I know and understand how much energy and time is needed and focused on daily tasks that get blown completely out of proportion. I mean, when I thought about getting married and I thought about planning a life, I remember considering the big things, but I don't remember considering the little things. The little things like, so if you have a bowl of cereal, what do you do with the bowl? Do you sit it on the side of the counter? Do you sit it in the sink? Do you leave it in the living room? Do you sit it on the floor? Do you put it in the dishwasher? And do you know how to run the dishwasher? Do you know how to load the dishwasher? I mean, who would have thought having a discussion about dishes was so important? And even if it's interesting because when there's a dynamic and there's somewhat of an adversarial relationship, and it's often not about the dishes and what's left in the sink, but that is used as a weapon and a tool to manipulate. And being single and knowing that nobody is here to guilt me for leaving the dishes in the sink overnight, it's just a completely different dynamic than you can ever have imagined. I have a single friend, and this is actually a topic of discussion, that, you know what, on text, I will say, you know what, I left the dishes in the sink overnight because I just didn't feel like washing them in the sink. I didn't feel like unloading the dishwasher and loading up the dirty dishes, because some nights you just don't have the energy, which is fine. But what is great is I don't have somebody guilting me and judging me and tearing me down for something that I didn't do. And somehow leaving the dishes in the sink gave my husband a reason to attack and judge me. My friend and I actually have discussions about this. How great it is that we don't have someone coming in and saying, oh, so you didn't do this today? But this same person isn't willing to go in and just clean up the kitchen, even though they helped make the mess. How so much better it is to not have to deal with manipulation, control, probably a broader spectrum of emotions there that's going to take longer than a few minutes to unpack. But it's so nice not having that emotional exchange over dishes in a sink overnight. Who would have thought so much time and energy and emotion would be needed for small tasks like that in a marriage, in a relationship? And that's why a lot of women don't want to get back into a relationship. We don't want to manage everything. If you see something needs to be done, do it. If you see something that needs fixed, put away, put up, do it. And that wasn't the experience that we had. I'm sure there are men out there that are actively involved in the daily household. Wasn't my experience. It wasn't hers. And if you read women posting online, there's a lot of us out there that aren't willing to do that anymore. We're not willing to fix it, to make it work. We're not willing to overgive. We're setting our own boundaries. We're prioritizing our own health and well-being. Do I like my kitchen clean? Absolutely. Do I always have the energy to maintain it like I like? No. Do I tear myself down, guilt and shame myself over it? No, because it's a dish in the sink. The world hasn't ended. Nothing, the stars didn't fall from the sky. The sun didn't stop shining. And it will be okay. Tinder really needs to update their questionnaire when they're trying to match potential candidates. Because it's all about, spirituality and what are your goals and what do you like to do? But a lot of relationships break down over the tasks that happen in the house. Do you put the dishes away? Yes or no? Do you yell at a partner for them not putting the dishes away? Yes or no? Do you know how to unload a dishwasher? Yes or no? I mean, Tinder really needs to get on board and change some of these questions. It's 2024. Let's focus on a Tinder with the household tasks, because that's where it comes down to it. Some of these little tasks, like never picking up socks, never putting a new roll of toilet paper on, these can tip. I mean, if your marriage is on the rocks, some of these little things can send a woman over the edge. Seriously, someone needs to reach out to Tinder or any of these other dating sites and suggest that they put real tasks on those questionnaires to help people out. This is just my public service announcement for the day. Thank you for listening to this podcast of Tracy Talks. Please like and share with others who would enjoy listening to this podcast. And until next time, we meet again.